Now, this talk really gave me goosebumps and indeed heartening. But let's go ahead, change the throttle a little, because during these unprecedented times, we have a different challenge to look up to. Mankind stood up to the challenge of coronavirus. However, there were many individuals who emerged and stood out as true COVID warriors. One such warrior who has really made a mark on not just our minds but our hearts as well is Mr. Sonu Sood. Let's use the platform to have a candid conversation with him, titled as India's favorite COVID warrior. Though I'm sure he doesn't need an introduction anymore, but for the benefit of all, Mr. Sonu Sood is an Indian actor and a film producer who is most and well known for his philanthropic activities. He's been a part of movies such as The Dabangg, Jodha Akbar and Singh is King, just to name a few. He's a very famous actor for villainous roles, and he has also won multiple awards for it, including the IFA Award, and he has most recently written his debut book, I Am No Masaya. He's going to be in a conversation with Miss Milee Ashwarya, who is a publisher of Every Publishing and Vintage Group at the Penguin Random House India. She's been responsible for establishing and spearheading the publishing vision and list at Penguin Random House India for over a decade now, discovering new trends and exploring new genres. Her authors include Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, Pranay Roy, Piyush Pandey, Hussain S. Zaidi, Yuvraj Singh, Hindol Sen Gupta, Karan Johar, Shilpa Shetty, Amjad Ali Khan, Sonali Bendre and Sonu Sood, just to name a few. Ladies and gentlemen, indeed another interesting conversation coming your way right now.
Hello everyone. Today we are in conversation with Sonu Sood, India's favorite COVID warrior. And this conversation is for Arth, a cultural festival. So I hope you enjoy our conversation today, and I hope Sonu will give us, an insight into all the various things that he's been doing in the past year as well as in 21. So Sonu, I just wanted to start the conversation by asking you about 2020. It was such an unprecedented year. It sort of was completely unpredictable, and we all were tested in various ways. What are your first thoughts when you look back at 2020?
Hi Milee. I think for everyone, it was an experience that no one was ready to accept. But everyone had to go through their phase of struggle during this period, whether you talk about physical, mental, unpredictability, and insecurity, everything. I think everyone, they were clueless what's next. And like I also, when everything started, we thought that it's going to end in 1 week or 10 days. And then life is going to be normal. But no one knew what exactly is coming up. And then slowly, when we actually realized it's such a serious issue, and I think that was a time that we needed to fasten our seatbelts and come out stronger, not just to crib about what's happening around us, but to portray yourself as a stronger individual and help others. So I think that's what I try to do. I was learning every single day. And I would say I've explored myself, which I couldn't do in all these years of my life.
No, indeed. And, as we all saw, it exposed us to also the realities of India, which is a country where, there are metros and there are bigger cities, but there are also so many smaller cities and rural population, So what we saw happening with the migrants and workers, which pretty much, shook everybody. And these are people who sort of run these cities in various ways through their services and their work, and they got stuck, and they were really desperate to go back home. And you've captured, their journey and your experiences beautifully in your debut book, I Am No Messiah. So how was that journey, and how did it begin for you?
Really seeing all these migrants when they came on out on roads, we realized that our country runs on this machinery called migrants. We never realized that when we make our homes, offices, roads, these people come out and they do their job and they go back. We don't know where they actually head to. But when everyone came out on the roads during the pandemic, we realized this is our country. The whole country was on roads. I think. That was the biggest lesson that we all learned during those few months. And I always believe that when something happens in your life, there has to be a reason. And I came to Mumbai in '97 to become an actor. But I reinvented, I would say, I invented myself during the time of pandemic when I realized that, oh, this is not something that I came to Mumbai for. I think this is what I was always born to do when I connected with all these souls. And my mom always used to tell me that, you should always write all the special moments of your life somewhere in your diary, that when you grow old or something, when your kids want to read, they have to visit those memory lanes, and that's the only way to keep those records. And I thought I have to get them noted, and there was no other way, best way to get it. Make them a part of the family of I am no Messiah. And this is not just my story. I feel this is a story of all these migrants, every single individual who struggle to go back to their families and their journey, and how we all became one family. So I think that was a very special experience, the most special one. And people who read that book, the people who have known me since my college days, they said, when we read that book, I think we felt this is the Sonu we knew during our hostel days, and now here the whole world knows about him. So it was very special, and this experience will always be the most special experience of my life.
That's true. The book has done fabulously well. It is a bestseller in English, and it was recently also published in Hindi. And there is a huge demand for the book. So congratulations to you, Sonu, on finding time for the book despite all that you do. Because one of the things that we've said in the book is how people often call you the 24/7 helpline for India, and they feel that they can reach out to you and connect and contact you anytime. So that kind of accessibility that you provide and make yourself available for people despite your work and your shooting and so many other things you're doing is really extraordinary. And that brings me to the question of this whole journey of life. You yourself have traveled. You're not a Bombay boy. You've had your own personal journey from Moga to Mumbai, and you've made your career here with hard work. And then you saw so many people struggling, and probably that's how it was kind of a really, I think, a movement, a wave that spread from trying to help people in Mumbai where you were to different parts of India, and how this whole movement also spread to various parts of the world, from Kazakhstan to Mexico and other parts of the world. Tell us a bit about that, please.
Milee, actually, I never realized that this is going to go so big. I thought that sending the first lot of 350 people back to Karnataka was my job done. And then in few hours, I realized this is not the journey of these 350 people, but millions of people who are stuck across the country. And then I started connecting with all of them. And in no time, in 2 to 3 days, I received lakhs of calls from all these people that, okay, please help us go back to our homes. And this is how the whole movement started. But it was not just about sending them back to their homes, but their livelihoods. What are they going to do once they reach back to their homes? So they're going to come back to the cities they always used to live in. And the kind of insecurities they had, I realized that they don't want to come back, and they are still not sure whether they'll be able to reach back to the villages. So I thought, why not create job platforms for them? This is how Pravasi Rozgar, which is now known as Good Workers, started, and we were able to give jobs to close to 1.5 lakh people. Another 1 lakh jobs are already on the platter. We have been getting all these people recruited every single day. So this is the kind of need that our country had. And then everyone who had some medical ailment, they also said, okay, boss, I'm sick, please help my mother. They have a bone marrow transplant or kidney replacement, liver transplant. So I got to know about so many issues that people face, all those medical problems. And then we were able to do close to 2,000 surgeries in last 1 year. And now then the education system started, when these people getting from Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Georgia, Philippines, Russia, I was speaking to ambassadors, embassies, MEA. So I think that was a unending journey, and still it's on. It's like one family. I'm still connected to every single individual, and when their loved ones or their friends have a problem, they message me, okay, boss, I'm good, sir. I'm living in Pratapgarh in UP. I'm doing good, but there's a friend of ours, their mother, they are having a problem. Can you help? So it's a kind of a chain that's connected me to the whole of country. And I feel blessed that I'm able to reach out to everyone, and I'm trying my best to bring those smiles on their faces.
No, absolutely. But one of the things that I think we've discussed, during the making of the book, and even now, because the pandemic is far from over, as we can see, whether it is Bombay or other parts of the country, the vaccine is in the markets, but we still have the pandemic raging, and it is affecting people in all age groups in various ways, and so many people have lost their lives, due to the coronavirus across the world. So, when you're constantly working, meeting people, you're out there on the roads helping others. Did it ever bother you? Were you concerned for your safety, or, what if you contracted COVID-19?
Really, frankly speaking, I didn't have any time only to actually think, what if I'm going to get affected or not. I was on a job. I was on a mission that I had to make sure that everyone reaches back home safely. And I knew that I had a lot of wishes, prayers of all these people whom I'm trying to send back to their home. So I'm sure they are also definitely going to help me. So I actually never thought that it's going to affect me. But yes, I was worried about my family because they were at home. I was worried about the people living in my society, because they knew every day I'm out on the bus stops, railway stations, that
Yeah.
they'll get affected. So I was a little worried about them. But like I said, I think wishes and prayers did the trick, and hopefully, I didn't get any kind of infection, and I was able to connect with everyone, and still we are doing the same.
Wonderful. We need you to stay healthy and, help many more people in the future. But Sonu, it's like you said yourself, the movement has moved on from, getting people to their homes, to getting them jobs, and also helping them with, medical issues. How do you see, you have a foundation now and you're doing, I mean, various kinds of work. How do you see your journey progress from here? Because you're one of the most popular people in the country now, and that's why the theme for today is India's favorite COVID warrior. How do you see yourself in the next couple of years?
This is just the first step, Millie. I've thoroughly enjoyed the whole bonding that I shared with all these people. I got many script offers during this period, but I couldn't read any of them. I said, let every script wait. I think uh, my priority on my list is to help all these people and get connected with them. So that's what I was doing. And I think this is the first step. Like I said, we have just completed almost 100 to 2,000 surgeries, but we want to do many, many more. We want to connect with every single individual, whatever need they have in this country. We want to get connected. Now I'm getting messages from everyone, whether they need a rifle for their Olympic medal, whether there's a monkey menace that's happening in a village, whether you need hand pumps installed in a village in UP, whether you need e-rickshaw. So I think everyone is reaching out to me to help them. So, and I'm by God's grace, I'm able to help all these people. So just trying my bit. But I want to create an ecosystem where every single individual in the country is trying to help with the best means they have. So I think that's only is the only channel through which we can change the whole country. And I think everyone has to come forward and do their bit.
Absolutely. In a country like India, I think we need many more people like you, or even close to you, so that, help can reach people in time in various, parts of the country.
And
Uh,
really,
yeah,
the best part, like you said, is like, it's kind of a chain reaction. When I was doing all this bit, someone said,
yeah,
for this to continue for many generations, you need to have a foundation which helps everyone, and people have that kind of a trust. So I started this Sood Charity Foundation, which I always wanted to start. And Sood Charity Foundation is not a foundation which just focuses, which I got to know when I started helping people. Okay, this foundation does only help only in liver transplants, or only help in kidney transplant, or help only in education, or in something. Sood Charity Foundation, I am trying to make a foundation that'll have various, I would say, branches which will help every single individual in whatever need they have. If they want to have open a small agarbatti unit in Bihar, we'll send them an agarbatti making machine also, which we did last week. So we want to expand like that. That the idea is to bring a smile. The idea is to change a life. Doesn't really matter whether what field you belong to, but yeah, we'll be there, and we will help you reach your goals.
absolutely. So, no, there's so many stories in the book, and I remember getting goosebumps reading some of them, particularly the one where the girls had to plow the land because they didn't have a tractor, and then you pitched in. Uh, which, I mean, there's so many such touching stories. But is there anything that comes to your mind right now that you'd like to share with all of us?
Definitely, Millie, I think the girls plowing the field was something that the whole nation could see, and they realize what difficulties the families are going through with the young girls who were supposed to be in the college or schools, and they are in the fields. So, thanks to social media, that we were able to see those visuals, and we were able to send that help in that particular village in Nellore in Andhra. But imagine, there must be so many people who must be still be suffering and not able to reach out to the right source. So I think, which a message I want to tell everyone: it's not important whether you are in a position to help others, but you are definitely in a position to send that message across. Okay, as an individual, you say, I don't have any money to help any individual, but you have a channel, a source, an effort to send that message to some individual who has an ability to change a life. So at least do that. Be a part of that chain that can bring a smile. So I think that's what I want to convey to everyone.
No, absolutely. I think that particular case, I think, really like shook the entire country, and I'm glad help could reach them and they could get back to their studies, which is what children are supposed to do. Students, they should be able to get the facilities and resources to finish their education and health. Two really important issues in India currently. Sonu, you've played a lot of negative characters before the pandemic, and larger than life negative characters, and it's very, very difficult to see you in a negative role now. How have things changed for you in Bollywood and in cinema for you?
Things have changed drastically, Millie. Everything that's been offered to me is a very positive role: superhero, larger than life, a single man on a mission who can change the world, who can start a movement. Every single film is like that, which is very, I would say, I feel very nice about it. I remember when I came to the city to become an actor, and the first time I was offered a negative role, I said, "Man, this director is not a good director. He can't see me playing a positive role, and he wants me to do a negative role. So yeah, he doesn't have a vision." So that was my take on that. But yeah, I think playing those negative roles also, I was able to convince people and entertain them. So that was one phase of life. But now I would say, after this, the kind of roles that I'm doing, the kind of scripts that have been offered, they are very special, and I promise that next year is going to be very, very special, the best ever. And yeah, the way I've been able to connect with people on the roads in real, I will try to have a same bonding on screen in real life too.
Of course. Sonu, your mother has been a huge influence in your life, and mothers basically, I mean, they provide for their children, they take care of your children, and you've sort of, done that in your own way in the past year. Your mother would be very, very proud of you today. When you think back, is what would you like to share with us a memory of your mother, who's also a teacher and who inspired you actually to write the book?
My mom, I still have every single book that she had in her college days and in her school days. I still have all those books in my small library that I have in Moga. She always used to tell me that, write something nice, whatever you feel, just keep on putting it on paper. And today, when I came up with this book, I'm No Messiah, I the only reader that I miss is my mother. I wish she would have been there. She would have read that book. She would have. Um, that would have been really, really special if she was around. And I miss her more. And I wanted her to see what I could do in my life, connecting with so many people. And today, when I get a lot of praises from all the people across the country, those messages, those letters praising for what little bit we did in life. So I miss my mom more, and I know that she, sitting in the heavens, must be doing the trick, guiding me right, and that's what I've been doing. And I'm sure her wishes and blessings will keep me on the track, and I'll pledge to change many more lives.
Indeed, I think, in a way, I think she is your guiding light and inspiring you, even though she is not physically present. But I think, we all have our mentors and we all have our inspirations in our life. And I think she was one of those for you. You also had, like, I mean, you've changed. You're an engineer turned actor. And I've worked with you over the past year on the book and seen how, like, efficient you're always full of energy and drive. Where do you get that from, Sonu?
I don't know, Millie, but I think I was always like that. I hardly sleep. I wake up early in the morning. Even if I sleep at 3:34 in the morning, again I am up at 6:37, going to the
But
gym.
how do you do that? You're so fit. You look fresh every time that I've seen you. How?
Lately, people have been saying, "Yeah, Sonu, you're working too hard. You're not looking that fresh. You've been not sleeping. You have to take rest and all." But there's one thing, Millie, which most of the people in my entire life, I haven't slept ever in the afternoons. Some people say, "Yeah, kabhi to dopaher ko so ja. You have
Uh-huh.
no work. You have no shoots today. Sleep in the afternoon." Ever, never, ever in my life I've slept in the afternoons. No matter how late I sleep, I'm up at 6:37. So this is
Wow.
my routine that was set by my parents all my life, and I still continue to do that. And I wish that my kids also follow that. They are the ones who will always wake up at 11:30, 12. So I think that's what happened in in our newer generation. But like I said, I get energy from people when I'm able to solve a case, when I'm able to save someone's life. I feel energized. I feel, wow, man, this day is worth. When I get in the morning and news, okay, this operation has been successfully done, I
Mhm.
feel very happy. I feel charged, and whole day is goes to the next level. So I think that happiness keeps you going. That's it.
Well, I mean, you definitely have a lot of love from the people of India, who really look up to you and, expect actually great things from you all the time. So what do you think, are basic, or main challenges, currently? Because you've now worked across different sectors with people from all across India and outside with the diaspora. What do you think are the main, like the top two, three problems ailing our country?
Really, I feel there's a word called priority. You have to set your priorities right. Everyone is busy. You are busy, I am busy, and every single individual, every listener we have on the platform, they are busy. Once you finish this call, we are going to head to another meeting. There's another meeting waiting for you. Someone is going to come for dinner. It's going to happen. It was always there, and it will always be there. And more successfully become, it folds to many, many, many more folds. It multiplies. So my idea is we have to teach something called humanity in every single school, every single class. One period should have that how you can change your life, how you can help others, how you can help a vegetable vendor, how you can help your building watchman. Just give him a small token of love and make him feel special. So that goodness has to be a part of your system. It shouldn't be that "Arey yaar, main aaj bahut busy tha, I couldn't attend any cases, so I'm not going to do it." Those 1.5 hour, 2 hours, 30 minutes of your life in those 24 hours should be dedicated to someone. At least an effort to help change your life. When I'm shooting back to back, from traveling to Bombay to Hyderabad, landing on the sets in a bad network, I tell my team, just keep on following on the Twitter timelines. See important case. If you feel someone is desperately trying to reach out, try to help them, send a message. I'll line up everything for you. So the idea is you can't stop this. When people are waiting for that helping hand, you have to reach out to them. You can't say, "Boss, I'm busy and I can't do that," or "I'll do only once a week." People tend to do it. Okay, I'll on this is my birthday. On my birthday, I'll distribute blankets to the poor. On my anniversary, I'll give sweets to these school kids. It has to happen every week, at least, or every day. 10-15 minutes spent for someone. I think that will change the whole world. That's my idea, and I hope someday it'll happen.
Actually, I mean, I think you just cracked it for all of us because, like they say, health is not for one day. It has to be your lifestyle, it has to become your
Yeah.
lifestyle. And so with helping people, it has to become part of your life rather than looking for that one occasion in a year. And which is what, a lot of times we do in India,
Yeah.
we do bhandaras, there are like giveaways or Diwali or festival. But what about other days in the year? And how to make it a habit of keeping it in our mindset that whenever you have an opportunity or you see somebody in need, I think you should try and step up. So thank you so much, Sonu, for that nugget. Before we end this conversation today, I just wanted you to share your message for the people of India, anything that you want to say to all of us, your readers, and just like inspire them also to help others.
I would like to. I'm not a pro. I'm not a professional. I don't know, but what little experience I have during the past 1 year, I just want to tell everyone that people will reach out to you only the day you start helping people. The day people don't reach out to you, that means they don't have any trust. They don't feel like this individual can change your life. I've been living in this building from past 15, 16 years. Okay, I used to do my share of help or whatever good I do, but now in the morning 50, 60 people are standing every single day. If I want to go to my gym, it takes me 1.5 hours to meet every single. What is your problem? Well, I have an eye surgery. Okay, go to this hospital. What is your problem? I have an education. Okay, well, I said my milkman, the delivery boy who has been giving milk to my flat every day. He's become kind of my manager. He'll come in the morning at 8:39 with a mask, with a diary and a pen. He'll stand in front of us and say, "Acha, aap bataiye kya?" So he will shortlist and he'll filter those people. He'll have the first
Wow.
set of meeting and he'll do it. The cycle puncher wala guy who's close to our building
Yeah.
on the top, he'll also come and help him. He'll get those picture clicked. Acha, aapka kya problem hai? Ye problem hai. So he'll do all that thing. They never knew it. They never knew how to do
Yeah,
it.
but
But
they're I think seeing you and learning. That's how it is. I think in life, like we say, we learn better from examples than lectures or preaching others. I think they see you do it and they're also trying to adapt it, and they just become part of the whole system. And I think that is what we need to get at. We need to change our mindset. We have to be a country that cares more and is more sensitive towards others' needs. So thank you so much, Sonu, for making time for us for Earth, a cultural fest. It was lovely talking to you today, and hope you keep on helping many more people and set new benchmarks for all of us. So congratulations on your debut book, which is a huge bestseller, and I hope you keep on writing and keep on making us proud. Thank you very much.
thanks so much, Millie, and God bless everyone. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.